couple of weeks ago I tried to make a video about going orienteering again using the MapRunF application, but I couldn't really make much of a video because I needed to use the phone to do the orienteering. I'm going to have another go today. I'm going to go to Kingswood, which is where we went last time, but I'm going to do the other course. Now the idea is that you use an app on the phone to record, basically using GPS. It records that you've been to all the controls in the right order. So what I've done is I've used an old phone, and I don't know if this is going to come out. You can just about see it. Okay. So I've downloaded the MapRunF app and I've logged in. You have to select the event and then you have to look for UK down here, and then I'm looking for Thames Valley orienteering events, and then it's Kingswood, and then I'm going to do the green course. Okay, so once you've done the green course, you then have to click go to start, and it basically sits there waiting for you to go to the start. Oh, this could be interesting. I've just realised that the GPS on this is saying it's got like a 92-metre fix, which is not very good. The main reason for using this phone as well, it fits inside the control description holder that I was using. I didn't have any way of holding the other phone, so I was having to run around with it in my hand, which I will have to do today anyway to take a video, but in theory this one will work a bit better. So I've got all my stuff. Let's go to the start. Well, I've driven to near where the start is, and you might just be able to see over my shoulder is the pub where the start location is. And I downloaded the map from the TVOC website so I could print it out. And the start location is just here, and the pub is on the corner there, and I'm just parked over the road. But I've just noticed it seems to have already started me, and it says that I've been here for 7 minutes, and it's got green on the start triangle. The location accuracy now is 17 meters. So it looks as if, because I drove past the start with it running, it thinks I've been to the start. So it's actually started my run. So I'm going to have to stop it and start it again once I've got ready. And that phone is going to go into the control description holder, which sits on my arm, so that I can sort of hang on to it during the event with keeping my hands free. The phone that I'm using as a camera is too big to fit into here, so I couldn't use that last time. One other slight downside of this kind of orienteering is that because there's no actual event, there's nobody else here, there's nowhere to leave my keys. So I'm going to take my keys with me. So I'm going to take a bag with me, which is heavier than I would normally take, but it does mean I can put some water, so I can take water with me, and it's also somewhere to keep my phone, which I'm recording with if I'm not going to use it. But it's all extra stuff to take with me. So I'm all set. I've set up the MapRun app on the phone. I've got my compass. I have to make sure a compass isn't near the phone because it was affected last time, because there's obviously metal in the phone. Over there is the start, and that's where I'm heading now. Okay, well the start is somewhere here, and the phone has just vibrated to tell me that it knows I'm at the start. That's pretty good. Okay, so I'm actually going to have to orienteer now. It does take a bit of getting used to the scale on this map. It's 1 to 5,000, and I'm not quite used to that in the woods. Oh, I've gone past another control for some reason. Oh, I think that's my number 16. It's just beeped. Okay, well I think I'm somewhere along here. Yes, the path just went round a little bend, and I'm coming up here, and there's some quite thick stuff on the right here. That sort of matches up with this bend here, and then some thick stuff coming up. Actually, now I think we're coming to this little bend in the path. Well, we'll be able to tell if I actually reach number 1 going this way. Oh, this is very different. Where have we come to now? Okay, well, it's just beeped as if I've gone to a control. No idea where that is. It's just beeped and it says last control 01, which means I've reached control 1. I've actually reached a junction with several other paths. So I obviously wasn't at the place where I thought I was on the map, but I was going in the right direction. So I've got to go from number 1 all the way across the map to number 2, which, although it's a lot further, should actually be a bit easier because I can concentrate on big features like heading just all the way down the hill until I reach that car park. And here we go. This is the open area, the bit that's marked in yellow on the map. Yeah, so I've just come out into this open area. I'm going to head down and off to the left to get to the car park. Oh, I've just gone past another control. Don't know what that is. Oh, my number 14. There we go. Okay, I'll reach the car park. Now, I had to head up to number 2. What's the best way to get up to there? Could well be along the big path, up the big path, and then turn left. That's a bit Mickey Mouse, but I'm not really getting this map yet. Oh, I nearly missed this. It's such a big junction and I was just heading straight on. But I actually have to turn slightly to the left so that it goes up the hill and then we're going off to the left at the crossroads. Well, I just stopped to tie my shoes up, which is always a good orienteering tactic to get a bit of a breather, and it beeped to say I was near a control. I don't know what I'm near. Oh, I'm near my number 5. I'm right next to number 5. Oh well. Okay, so I've reached this crossroads and I've got to turn left like that, and oh yes, you can see there's a path off to the left that way. I'm going up the hill and I've got to look out for 2 little paths, one each side, and head up that way to number 2. It's a bit tricky to work out exactly where you are up here, but I've just noticed, oh, I don't know if it'll come out, but just through the woods there's a little kind of square fence, which is that thing on the map there. So I must be here. So it's only that sort of distance, which is what, 20 meters or so, until I turn off to the left. And here we go. Here's the 2 paths. That's the path on the right, and then here is the path on the left. It's very small, very, very small. So small, I'm a bit unconvinced, but okay, yep, it's going towards number 2. Up here, it's going to bend to the right. That's about okay. Yeah, and then coming up here, it should beep at some point where there's a path coming in from the right, and I do mean right this time. Like about here, maybe. Okay, maybe not there. Should have beeped by now. Ah, there we go. There's the beep. Okay, it says I've taken 16 minutes. I've punched 5 because I've found some extras, but the last one I did was number 2, which isn't on this bit of map, but number 2 is where I was expecting to be. Well, I was expecting it to be just back there a little way, so it's a little bit inaccurate. Okay, where are we heading now? Number 2 is to number 3. This may have to be one that I do off camera because it's going to take a lot of concentration. Okay, yeah, I think that's going to have to be a bearing to see if I can find that path and these X's, and then see where I am from there. Could go terribly wrong. Aha! There's a path. Oh, it's all going well. Right, and the path is going that way, which is correct. So head off this way. Get rid of the bits of twig that are attached to my feet. Okay, I'm heading along a path which should bend to the right, just up here, which it is doing, and then kind of straight ahead and down the slope. And in this horrible undergrowth should be a control. There's nothing I can physically look for, so I'm just going to have to plod around in that, in this undergrowth, heading in the right direction. Oh, I can see a little form line drawn on the map near number 3 to show that it's a particular slope. And actually, looking ahead here, you can actually see there's a bit of a slope. So I reckon it's probably on this slope. So if I follow the slope along, I should reach it eventually. Oh, there we go. Well, it's beeped. Okay, that's good. So I've got to head to my left towards number 4. Do I go cross country, or do I just go back to the path that I was on just now and cut across to there? Oh, it's a tricky one. In stumbling around trying to get out of that area, I've come across this path, which I think is... oh no, that's dangerous, isn't it? Which I was thinking was the path to number 4, but it probably isn't. It's probably this little path, so I do need to go back to where I came from. Otherwise I could end up going completely the wrong way. There we go. Yes, I would have been going the wrong way there. There's another path just here. Then across this open area where the path goes to the left, and I'm going to head to the right down here. Noticing how the camera is focusing, I realise why I sometimes have trouble orienteering, because I have to focus really close up to look at the map, and then you have to focus in the distance, and it takes quite a while to adjust. Anyway, I'm heading down this path, which is correct. There's a green blob on the left, which is that, I think, just as we go over the edge somewhere. Okay, well, we're heading down this path, and there's a kind of crossroads path, and that's where the control is, number 4. Let's see when it beeps. Feels like we should be nearly there. Ah, I can see a path. Okay. Oh, and there's a control. Oh, these are the things that I'm meant to be looking out for, because they are actually on these positions. It hasn't beeped. Right. There we go, it's beeped. Right. So we're at the right place. So now I've got to find number 5, which is one that I found before. Now, there's 2 ways I could do. I could go straight ahead all the way down to the bottom and then left, or I could go left here and then kind of hack down near the end of the path, which actually keeps me up high, gradually coming down, and so I don't have to do any uphill. So left it is, and that's this way. Okay, there's a path off on the left, probably that one. Path on the right as well, which isn't... oh no, that's where we are. Yes, we're there. Yes, I've come a lot further. Okay, should be another path on the left in a minute, which is that, probably. Okay. I've got to slope down to my right. I think when there's a path on the left again, I'm going to head to the right through the undergrowth. Oh, here we go, there's a path on the left, which is there. So I'm going to head straight down the hill to the other path, and then kind of right a little bit. And that should take me to where it beeped before. This is some proper off-roading now. There we go. Into this path. Somewhere here. Oh, here we go. Here's the control post, which I should have been looking out for. And somewhere here, there we go, it's beeped. Right, I'm going to put the camera away for a little bit, because I'm finding it quite awkward to navigate while holding the camera and trying to make it focus on things. So I'm going to put it away until a bit nearer the end, and we'll see how we get on. I've realised something else, something that's also a bit of a problem, is that my hair hasn't been cut for about 20 weeks, and it's in my eyes and making it really difficult to see where I'm going. Oh, actually, this is hopeful. Oh yeah. Oh God. It's a choice of paths. I'll go for this one. It's not really a path, it's just a gap. Well, I'm on the way to number 12, and I just went to look and see how long I've taken on my GPS watch, and I forgot to start it. So I'm going to start it now. I don't know, that's the trouble. I'm carrying so much flipping technology around today, I can't really remember what to do. Normally it's just the GPS watch and a compass. Anyway, so I'm somewhere around about here, where these bushy bits are, and I'm heading for number 12, which is a pit to the left of the track, somewhere down here. This looks like a pit, and there's the control marker. But I have noticed that sometimes it takes, okay, it's quite a lot of wandering around before it actually makes the phone vibrate. Okay, nothing's happening. Oh, there we go. Right, it's just gone. So that's number 12. Okay, open it. Oh, look at these. Oh, these look lovely. One of the downsides of running around not carrying the camera is that I saw a lovely butterfly earlier, and obviously the camera's in my bag, so I couldn't take a picture of it. It wasn't one that I recognised. It was very orangey. It wasn't a tortoiseshell, it wasn't a red admiral, it wasn't a peacock. Those are the main ones I recognise, but it wasn't one of those. So I'm going to keep going until I stop going down. Go across this path and go right down to the bottom of the valley, and then have a look. Ooh. Ah, which way? That way. I think it's this way. And we've reached a junction with a path to the right, and we're going to go down, and I can see a control post. Now, is that the post? Probably is, actually. So it should be somewhere around here. Okay, where's it going to go beep? Here, where it crosses the stream. So actually, it seems to be that the beep goes off at the control feature, which here is the stream crossing over the path, which is just there. So it beeps there rather than that where the post happens to be. So that's a little handy tip. Okay, and I can see the post now as well. So let's get close to the post and the lump. So this is a knoll. There we go, and it's beeped. That's my last control. So I just have to get back to the front of the pub, which is the end. And I think this was the path that takes us out. Oh dear, I should run this bit because it's easy, but I'm tired. Nearly there. Oh, let's go through the gap rather than stepping across anything. Right, so the finish is on the grass verge at the front of the pub. And it's beeped to tell me I've finished. Now if the pubs were open, nice to finish there at the pub, but it's not, I don't think. So what did it say? It tells me I went round in a time of 1 hour and 5 minutes, which is pretty appalling really. I think you should be able to do that, well, I ought to be able to do it in less than 40 minutes I think, but it's quite good fun. I think the trouble is I've tried to video at the same time, just makes it so much harder, and carrying a backpack, I don't like carrying the backpack either, and that'll be good practice for Wednesday, because Wednesday this week we're going to an actual real life orienteering event with proper controls and a proper burger van afterwards. It's being run by the army, which is why they can organise things really quickly. So that was my my Kingswood map run.